Hi guys, so in this video I'm gonna show you how to get from this to this. This video is all about touching up already existing makeup. Now this is my makeup look for school and it might not look as very much because it is not very much. It's actually only these 4 products. It's my powder because I don't wear foundation that much more to school. I still sometimes do. It's my under eye concealer. It's my eyebrow gel from Maybelline and my Benefit Stay for my eyelids and all this area on top here. And of course I'm trying out a new mascara. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm trying out this new mascara. It's called Lumen and it's from the airplane. Apparently you can buy these on airplanes. My mom got it for me and I'm trying it out. And quick review of it, I super love the brush of it, and I do think the mascara itself, the product smells a little bit, but I've had other mascaras smell the same, so that's fine. But the brush is brilliant. It divides your lashes and makes them look very voluminous. Ooh, I said it. So the good thing about this look is that I do not wear foundation right now. I'm just gonna put my hair up. I'm not wearing any foundation right now, so it's easy to apply more. I know if you're wearing foundation, you have to make sure it's a layerable foundation so you can put more layers on during the day. In this case, I've only had the Stay Matte Rimmel in some color, in Silky Beige. That's the one I'm wearing right now. It's been about, oh my god, it's almost been 12 hours since I went to school. How depressing is that? So I am gonna do a nighttime look in case you want to go out after school and you just want to do a quick touch me up. This look I'm gonna create today is very, very dark, very, very heavy around the eyes, not so heavy around the lips, but very heavy coverage. Since I already applied the Benefit Stay Don't Stray product, which is a concealer all around eye concealer, I tend to use it as a base underneath my eyeshadow, and it's really good at that. I think they only have one color, so don't be afraid of that. And since I already applied it this morning, I'm not going to apply it now, so I'm actually only going to layer my eyeshadow on the already existing eyeshadow that I have. I have like a little bit of eyeshadow, like teeny tiny amount of eyeshadow. I'm going to apply these all around and I'm going to blend it upwards. Now I'm going to apply it very heavy and not blend it very neatly because this is a quite heavy look. I'm going a little bit underneath, but I'm going to apply more eyeshadow of a thicker kind, so. After doing that, I'm going to take Busted, also from my Naked 2 palette, and just using the same brush, and I'm going to focus on the outer corner area here. And just blending it up and down, and once just going in. But just mainly focusing out here. Going a little bit underneath. Then I'm taking Carbon from MAC, which is this pitch black dark matte color. I'm gonna use a thin brush. It doesn't matter, the length doesn't matter, it just has to be thin so it's easier to apply. And I'm gonna apply it all over the crease point here. I'm gonna go a little bit into it, a tip here and out. I'm blending it out a little bit with this brush, not with a blending brush, but simply with this. And it may look a little bit cray-cray in the beginning, but I promise you it's gonna look good. Be careful not going too far in towards the eye, so try to stay out here. And it doesn't have to be neat because mine isn't neat at all. When that's done, we're taking Constructivist from MAC. It's a MAC paint pot called Constructivist. And for this, I might need a closer mirror and not look into the camera because this is going to be a little more difficult. But we're going to apply this all over the underneath. And if your sharp eye has noticed, I'm just doing it with the same brush I did the black because it tends to have some product on still, which I like. I'm just going a little bit over where the black is applied as well, but not too much because we don't want to overpower and leave it the coppery color that the Constructivist is. So far so good. Now we're taking Snakebite from Urban Decay's Naked 2 palette again. Not again color, but we're using the palette again. And we're pretty much trying to blend out the two colors. So the black and the brown we applied. We're trying to blend that out now, but only on the upper parts of your eye, not the lower. We're gonna tidy it up a little later, so if it's going out a little bit of out of bounds over here, for example, it's okay. We're gonna tidy it up later. Then I'm gonna take the Trio Ombre de Lune, so the Moonshadow Trio from Sephora, which is this really nice trio if you're not that much into paying a lot of money for makeup or eyeshadow palettes. This is a really fine combo for eyeshadow newbies because it has 3 colors, and on the back it shows you how to apply them if you only want to use the 3, because you can make a really great makeup look with these 3 looks. And Sephora, they have a lot of great palettes like this in a little form. So if you're not really that into makeup but really like wearing makeup, that doesn't make any sense. But if you want to wear makeup but do not want to spend a lot of money on makeup, this is a brilliant little substitute for that. So I'm taking a little bit of this copper gold kind of color. This is gold, I would say this is copper gold. And I'm applying it mostly on the outs and in the middle part because we're going to apply a lighter and pretty color. A little bit where I went with the others, but just trying to sort of do a connection between what's going to be in here and out here. So trying to blend that together. This is a really fast look and you don't really have to do a lot of detailing in, because as soon as you just put a lot of product on your eye, it's gonna look messy but fine. We're taking the Rimmel Ice Glam and gonna apply it on top here, and I'm gonna apply it right in here. But I'm gonna do it fast so you can't see it. I'm actually going to use this brush to draw in my eyebrows. Now I'm doing this with my teas from my Urban Decay because I find eyeshadow works just as well as the regular eyebrow powder. I pretty much think it's the same anyway, so I'm just going to do it fairly rough. Some people have commented on that I think my eyebrows look scary. Now, my eyebrows don't look scary. My eyebrows are just hair on my head. I'm scary. My eyebrows, not so much. So I'm going to take my Benefit that I showed you in the beginning, and I'm just going to apply a little bit underneath here. I'm going to apply my Wake Me Up concealer. So this is also for under eye, but we're going to use it in the middle and everywhere else to cover up those blemishes because we're going to need that coverage. So this might look a little jokey for you, but I'm going to do it really quickly. So we're going to do it underneath here. Be careful not to get any eye shadow wear on this. Covering up all the blemishes along the way. And I, of course, am using my trusty beauty blender, which I damped up before I even started filming. So it's damp. It's damp. Now I'm going to take my L'Oreal True Match in Ivory Rose, and I'm just going to pump 2 pumps on my hand. And going to layer it as I go along. So if I need more, I'm just going to apply more. You could use a primer, but since I already sort of went through the whole makeup situation this morning, I'm not going to use a primer today. I always focus on this area because this area creases a lot. So that's when you can see you're using a lot of foundation. So always focus on the outer area and work my way in. But that's really preference, I think, what you really like to do. And now we're just gonna blend it all out so it looks natural. So after spending a million hours of blending my foundation out with this beauty blender, I think I'm finally done. What I like to do after I've done this, because it can tend to crease if you're doing very high coverage, is I just go over with my finger, especially under your eyes and this in the chin area, to sort of blend out all the creasing in the process. This looks weird. It doesn't cover completely, but that's fine. To set, especially under eyes, to set everything, I'm going up with my True Matte. We're going for the matte look today. And I'm just gonna powder my face very lightly. I kind of look like a vampire right now. Vampire. I kind of look like a vampire. Do you think I look like a vampire? What has happened to my lips? They're all white. It always looks normal after you apply bronzer and highlighter, so that's what we're gonna do now. I have my Rimmel Sun Shimmer Bronzer, and what I like to do is suck in my cheeks and then right where the line is, you go down. I will start here and work my way in. Because I want the majority of product out here, but be careful because it can look like you have sideburns if you have too dark a bronzer. Now I know this is not a bronzer brush I'm doing it with, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And while we're at it, I'm gonna apply something here because I have a round shaped head. While we're at the contouring, kind of with the bronzer way, we're gonna go up on the temple and work our way down so it's like this bow. But before you do this and before you follow my advice, I will say this: I have a round face, so if you don't have a round face, maybe do not do this. Luckily, this process can be applied to many face types, but especially focusing on my cheekbones and my chin area, I do because I have a round face, just to get more smaller faces issues kind of way. So I'm gonna apply some bronzer here in the tip of my nose because a lot of people apply down when they contour. I just like to take all the inner side so you don't see that very, very thick line. And that helps you get a smaller nose, which is very in the Hollywood. You can use your finger to sort of blend it out if you feel like it. Now to the highlighting part, I'm using my Soft and Gentle from MAC, and I'm just gonna apply it out on the top of my cheekbone area. My camera is doing something really weird right now. I don't know what it is, but it does like to do it though. And then in the middle part of where if you contour here, you put it in the middle here. Like that. Now I'm gonna apply my eyeliner. And I have some different eyeliners because my eyeliner is starting to run out. Why? So my first one is Maybelline, but if that runs out along the way, I'm gonna use my Essence, which has a thick and a thin end, which I'm just gonna use. Now the process of the eyeliner has been applied. Now we're just gonna do a couple of strokes of mascara. Now if you want, of course, you can apply fake eyelashes. And if you have some, do it, girl, do it, because that just completes the look. I don't have any. So, no fakies for me today. finally we come to the lips. I'm gonna use my Essence XXL Long Lasting Lip Gloss, the matte, so it's matte. And as an outliner, I'm using my NYX Nude Pink in 858. I'm actually starting to think this might be a little too dark compared to this lip liner. It looked darker. I'm gonna do it anyway. But normally you apply a lighter color on the inside than the outside, but we're gonna do it. Now, as I said, the long-lasting lip gloss, which is in, I don't think I mentioned that, which is in Soft Nude, was a little darker than the actual outline. Normally, which is a rule of thumb, the outline always has to be darker than the inner side, which means the lip liner always has to be darker than the lipstick lip gloss you're using on top. But if you, like me, did that, there are two options to do. You can remove it and try again, or you can apply some powder-ish kind on top. Now you can either decide to go with a shimmer. In case you have a white shimmer eyeshadow, you can do that, where you just take that, I'm sorry for the finger, take that and then dab it on the middle part and here and the middle part. If you have a shadow or a translucent powder, would be perfect. You can take this and just, again, like the other, dab it on. Now, because mine is a rosy and this is a rosy matte, so I'm just going to apply this. I'm going to take a little bit on my finger. This is going to create a really nice light effect, which is going to make your lips look fuller in the end. I have very small lips, so they're not going to look fuller than this. And now we're getting to the hair, which I'm not going to show you, so bada bing, bada boom.